Welcome back to Autopro View, gearheads and Ferrari fans. Today we're diving into what promises to be one of the most thrilling chapters in Maranello's story, the 2026 Ferraris. From the hypercar flagship to the new Wave GT Coupes, we'll walk through powertrains, design cues, technology, and what it all might mean for Ferrari's future. Let's fire up the engine, metaphorically, and get started. You're probably already aware that Ferrari is pushing hard into a transitional era. They're balancing tradition with innovation, retaining internal combustion engines, while investing heavily in hybrid and electric tech. In the next few minutes, I'll break down their most exciting 2026 projects: the F80 hypercar, the 8049 Testarossa, and the Amalfi Coupe successor to the Roma, plus a glimpse at the full EV that's on the way. First up, the 2026 Ferrari F80. This is Ferrari's bold redefinition of what a modern hypercar can be. Instead of going with a traditional V12, Ferrari chose a 3.0-liter twin-turbo V6 supplemented by electric motors, creating a plug-in hybrid powertrain with astonishing total output. The headline figure is 184 horsepower. Because of the hybridized setup, the F80 is all-wheel drive. Electric motors power the front axle, while the turbo V6 handles the rear. The architecture borrows heavily from Ferrari's racing tech: F1 derivatives, energy recovery systems, active suspension, advanced aero. Performance claims are staggering: 100 km/h in as little as 2.2 seconds. Top speed is projected around 217 Amalfi 3 to 50 km/h. What's equally interesting is that Ferrari plans to limit production to just 799 units, emphasizing exclusivity. What makes the F80 especially important is that it's less just a performance benchmark and more a statement of intent. It signals that even as Ferrari leans into electrification, they intend to keep the soul of a driver's car alive. Expect razor-sharp steering, ultra-responsive brakes, and a dynamic system that adapts instantly to conditions. The F80 isn't just about straight-line power. It's engineered to dominate corners, tracks, and hearts. Next, let's shift gears to something that marries heritage and reinvention: the 8049 Testarossa, which is essentially the heir to the SF90 Stradale. Ferrari revived the iconic Testarossa name, now with a modern plug-in hybrid twist. Under the hood, there's a V8 twin-turbo as the core, aided by electric motors. The combined output is around 1036 horsepower in some reports. Some sources say slightly lower or higher, depending on tuning or variant. The electric battery is modest, on the order of 6.5 kWh, so its EV-only range is limited. 25 km is one figure being circulated. What's interesting about the 8049 is how it nods to the classic Testarossa while embracing modern aerodynamics and technology. Its proportions follow a mid-front layout, and design cues from the SF90 and F80 make appearances. Think aggressive lines, modern lighting, a more sculpted body. There's also talk of two variants: a coupe and a spider with a retractable hardtop. An Assetto Fiorano package could offer weight savings and sharper aero for hardcore buyers. Performance-wise, 100 km/h in about 2.3 seconds, and a top speed in the 3 to 30 km/h to 205 mph range. Because the battery is small, this car is more about blending electric boost and combustion for high performance, rather than long EV cruising. One interesting note: despite the hybrid tech, Ferrari says the car still aims to deliver an emotional driving experience. No artificial soundtrack, real mechanical frequencies boosted by amplification. Now, shifting from hypercars to something more everyday, but no less important, is the Amalfi, the 2026 replacement for the Roma. You could call it the GT for new Ferrari enthusiast buyers, with more usability plus flair and performance. The Amalfi retains the front-engined 3.9-liter twin-turbo V8 layout from the Roma, but Ferrari has tuned it further. Output is now rated around 660 USP. Torque stays at approximately 560 lb-ft, and 0-62 mph to 100 km/h clocks in at 3.3 seconds. Speed is estimated at around 199 not enough's 320 km/h. One major design shift in the interior: Ferrari has brought back physical buttons and tactile controls, rejecting the fully touch-based, haptic-heavy trend. The idea is to combine modern luxury with meaningful driver engagement. The shell uses the same fundamental architecture as the Roma, similar dimensions and chassis points. But everything from the body panels to the styling is new. The front fascia gets sharper design identity lines, and the rear gets a connected black trim between taillights for a more integrated look. Ferrari says the Amalfi is essentially the Roma debugged. fixing small annoyances, refining dynamics, and elevating the user experience. Pricing in the UK is expected to start near €206,000 or equivalent in euros when sales begin in mid-2026. In effect, the Amalfi is both a nod to the past and a step forward, a modern GT with a driver-first philosophy. If that balance holds well in delivery, the Amalfi could be a pivotal car for Ferrari's customer base expansion. 2. Lastly, let's touch briefly on Ferrari's foray into full electrification. The company has confirmed that its first production all-electric car, the Elettrica, is due in 2026. So far, Ferrari has only shown the chassis and powertrain. Design and full specs are still under wraps. That said, what's been revealed paints a bold picture of a multi-motor, high-performance EV aiming to deliver Ferrari DNA without compromise. Interestingly, Ferrari has repositioned its electrification strategy. Earlier plans aimed for 40% electric by 2030, but now the target is more modest: 20% EV, 40% hybrid, 40% IC. The shift reflects both market realities. Luxury high-performance EVs remain a niche, and Ferrari's desire to retain its heritage. Also, further EV models have been pushed back. Ferrari's second EV may now not arrive until 2028 or later. Ferrari stresses that the Elettrica won't replace ICE models but complement them. It's a new pillar in the lineup. Its development is a signal Ferrari intends to master electrified performance on its terms, not simply follow industry trends blindly. So, putting it all together, 2026 is a transition year for Ferrari, but it's one loaded with promise. The F80 is the halo hypercar, pushing the envelope of hybrid tech and performance. The 849 Testarossa revives a nameplate with modern hybrid performance. The Amalfi evolves the GT formula for broader appeal. And the Elettrica sets the stage for Ferrari's EV future. For your videos, here are a few angles you could explore: a comparison breakdowns F80 vs 849 vs Amalfi. Who's for whom, strengths, trade-offs. The future of Ferrari's powertrains, ICE, hybrid EV, and how each car embodies that transition. Design evolution, how cues from F80 and 849 are influencing Ferrari's styling direction. Driver experience vs tech, how much AI, sound processing, active controls take over, or don't, and how Ferrari balances that with engagement. You can bring viewers along by emphasizing not just specs, but what these cars represent: Ferrari's attempt to preserve emotion, legacy, and performance even as the automotive landscape shifts. Use footage, renderings, and comparison graphics to make those differences pop. If you like, I can also generate a full shot-by-shot video breakdown or lower thirds and B-roll suggestions to go along with this script. Would you like me to prepare that next?